Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay. Good afternoon, everybody. As you know, it's 12 o'clock on a Monday. You can't hear the bells today. I've got the windows closed because of the weather. And welcome to our business focus. As usual, I am joined by my colleague, Alex.
Hello, everyone.
And today we have chosen a focus on negotiations, and we have chosen the focus at advanced level today. So we hope you will like it. But quickly, as usual, for some of the people that don't know us, we will introduce ourselves quickly. So my name is Richard, and I'm originally from Wales. I have been living in Milan for 4.5 years, and I'm a teacher at Myes in Milan, at our school in Milano Meravigli. I'm a corporate teacher, which means that I teach mostly in companies, and those companies are inside and outside of Milan. So, Alex, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. So first of all, good start of the week for everybody. My name is Alex. I also am a corporate teacher with Myes and work, as Richard said, in the school of Milano Meravigli. I have a background in marketing and communication, and I am also bilingual, which means that I speak two languages. I am half American and half Italian. You definitely can hear it from my accent. So
yeah, it's a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah, it gives away. What else can I say? Let's start this new webinar, and as Richard said, we have chosen negotiations, which belongs to, let's say, we can call it a soft skill. It belongs to the group of skills that we can call soft. And the reason they're called soft is that they're skills that don't necessarily belong to a specific job. They're skills that ease the way you perform on your job. And that is why we found it interesting for you.
Yeah, I think the soft skills apply to any job, really. Yes. You have a specific skill, but also the soft skills are maybe quite important, I think, in general. Do you agree, Alex, that
Yes.
It's important to have these soft skills, because then you can apply it with a hard skill to a lot of different things? I mean,
Exactly. Like you said, like you have just mentioned, we consider hard skills the core skills that you need to perform your job, your duty, whatever. And soft skills are skills that ease the way in which you perform. We can think of other skills such as empathy, effective communication, problem solving. What else? There's so many, actually. They're more related to the way in which you approach a colleague, an issue, the way you solve it.
There are a lot of social skills.
Yeah, a lot of social
also.
skills.
And I would think the soft skills are more what we call transferable skills. Yes, if you are quite good at some of these things, as Alex said, like problem solving, communication, working in a team, things like that, then they can be adapted to a lot of different jobs.
Precisely.
Okay, so as Alex said, we are looking today at negotiations 2, and the title of this focus activity is Standing Your Ground.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's quite a nice little expression in English. And when we stand our ground, what do we think it means? Any ideas, guys?
Well, let's
Okay.
look at
Mhm.
let's look at some of the words that are in this expression. To stand means to stay, to be, to hold, we could say, and ground is the place where we are. So if we stand our ground, we're actually not moving from our position. And so if we think of this in a more, how can I say, not physical sense, but picture this image, then we can transfer it to a negotiation in the sense that we defend our position, defend our ideas, and do not budge, do not move from those ideas.
Yeah, it's when someone, like you say, yeah, from a point of negotiating, you always want something from a negotiation, maybe. Yes, and when you stand your ground, you stick to your opinion, your beliefs. To the extreme, it could mean that you're quite stubborn. Yes, Alex, maybe stubborn.
Yes,
Yeah, someone
yes,
is very hard. So standing your ground means, yes, I have this belief or I have this thing I want and I'm going to stick to it. I don't, like Alex said, when you stand in, you are rigid, yes, and you stand in the same spot, you don't move. So there's basically you don't compromise. Yes. Yes, sorry guys. It's a very I'm very tired today. I forgot to mention to you guys, please let us know who you are, where you are viewing from, what
yes.
your jobs are.
We would like to say hello to Monica and Christina who have joined us. If you are also following us from Myes School, just let us know which school you go to. We're curious. And for those who haven't yet left a comment, don't be shy. Just tell us who you are and where you're from.
Okay, and I know that today in Rome, you have the same weather as us in Milan. It's not very nice.
Not at all.
Unfortunately, we have the rain today in Milan also. I spoke to someone this morning from Rome, and they also said that the weather there had turned for the worse. So, okay, let's
start.
continue. Yeah.
Yes. So.
Okay, so as we said, the title of this business focus is Standing Your Ground. And in this business activity, we will be talking about intentions, managing objections and defending, and reacting. Okay, so let's have a look at the first slide. Do you want to, or shall I?
Oh, please go if you want.
Okay, describing your product. The CEO of Hopscotch Productions, June Wheaton, discusses her next project with reporters. Our product is really revolutionizing the industry. We have just come out with a new movie that will change the way people think about going to the cinema. I'm so proud of how it looks. There's no question that critics are already raving about its action and production value. as the quality is a step above the competition. Given the success of our last films, I imagine this will be a big hit, which is why we are preparing for a very strong quarter. Okay, so there are maybe some words there that may be new to you or you may not be sure of. So we are going to bring up some questions to see if we can find the words or find the expressions in the text for the following. And the following are: to cause major change, introduce product to market, very happy for something, give very positive feedback, and a successful product. Okay, we also have, sorry, Alex, before we go on, we also have Julia from Lecce. Very nice.
Beautiful city.
Yes, and yes, Lecce is also near Gallipoli, not so far, which is one of my favorite beaches in Italy. And Monica actually goes to our school. She goes to Meravili. Sorry, Monica, we must probably haven't bumped into you because of the lockdown, because the school is shut. But hopefully one day we'll meet you in person.
In person, yes.
Yes.
It would be lovely.
Okay, so guys, you have any ideas about the expressions or words that fit into those questions? Okay. So to cause a major change, Alex?
Yes, let's look in the text right at the beginning, and we can see our product is really revolutionizing the industry. So if you're revolutionizing, you are causing a major change.
Okay. The next one, introduce product to market. Okay. This, I think, Alex, if I'm correct, I think this is more like a phrasal verb here.
Yes,
Yes.
in this case, yes.
Because we do have another word we could use also, but for this exercise, it's come out with. Okay.
Right.
If we are being a bit more formal, we would use the verb to launch.
Precisely.
Yes. You can launch a product, or you can launch a film also, like we do here. Yes, introducing it into the market. Very good, Monica. Yes, your answer is correct. Very happy for something. Okay, it's
proud of. To be proud, it means, yeah, to have some pride. Pride is the noun related to the adjective proud.
And you can be proud of, I don't know, you can be proud of an object or a piece of work, or it's quite common for people to be proud of their children, or maybe proud of someone in your family, when you're very happy for them and they make you feel happy. Okay,
we have just a question from Julia. To release, referring to point 2. Yes, release is also correct. Not in this case, because we're examining this text, but to launch and to release are verbs that express introducing something on the market, such as a product.
Okay. Very positive feedback. I love this. I love this one. To rave about, yes. And not like rave as in party, as the Manchester scene. No, that's a different type of rave. But this is the verb to rave, yes, when we give very positive feedback about a product or a service. And the last one?
And the last one is a big hit. Very well
Perfect.
done.
And yeah,
Yeah.
Monica, very good. You got them all correct. We had a look at this yesterday. We wanted just to highlight some others. In the second paragraph, we have the quality is a step above the competition. Right. Okay, so that is when the product or the service is better. Yes, if something is a step above, it's better than a normal product or service. Here they're referring to the competition. So they think in comparison to the competition, their film is slightly better. There's no question. Sorry, I'm going really out of sync here, but going back to the beginning of that paragraph, there's no question that critics are already raving about its action. Means there is no doubt.
No doubt, yes.
Okay, so there's no doubt about it, there's no question, yes. And just as a reminder, at the very end, it's got, which is why we are preparing for a very strong quarter. In this context, we are talking about a period of time, and the period of time is the next 3 months. Okay, yes. When you, from a business point of view, when you talk about meetings, like we touched on this subject last week, I think, you could have daily meetings, weekly meetings, and also quarterly meetings, or quarterly reviews, or quarterly reports. It's every 3 month period.
Precisely.
Okay.
So now let's look at some questions relating to this text. So the CEO of Hopscotch Production is speaking, and we ask you, what is she proud of? So what is the reason she is excited about?
Okay, so it's not too difficult. She is proud of the film, yes, and the way the film looks. Okay. Doesn't actually tell us what the film's about, is it?
No,
I don't know the title of the film.
It leaves us this feeling of,
I don't think it does
of
later on either.
expectation. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't ever.
I just thought of that. Maybe Advanced Negotiations 1.
Oh, or 3, will
or
tell
3
us,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. Okay, we'll have to do 1 or 3 just to find out. What is the company coming out with next year? Again, not so clear, but I would think some more films.
Right,
yes.
Some more good films apparently.
And what are critics raving about? Okay, about its action and production value. Production value basically is the amount of money spent on the film to maybe make it look good. I don't know, maybe there are some exotic locations in it.
And probably it also refers to the overall quality of what they have been able to produce with that investment. So it is in a sense value in the sense of money worth and also of quality, I suppose.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go on with this cases. Let's go on with this case history and look at the conversation, a possible conversation that the CEO may have had with one of her production staff, I think. So we'll read this dialogue for you. I will be June, and
Yeah,
Richard
okay.
will be Chris. But before we start, let's just look at the title, Down to Business. What do you think this down to business means?
We also, I mean, this is good, Al. And also we do sometimes have a longer expression. We also say, let's get down to business. Yeah. Okay. Let's get down to business. It means basically to start. Okay. So when we say, let's get down to business, let's start, and Alex used a good expression earlier on. Let's get to the meat of the subject. I think you mentioned it earlier, Alex.
Right.
I think. Yes. Okay. Or we also can use the word the nitty gritty.
Ah, right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I think it's more
Nitty-gritty.
British though, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe.
it really gives the feeling of uh,
It's the
the picture
yeah.
of what we're talking about.
It's the core, basically. Yeah, go inside the business. Very good, Monica. Yes, there
It's
are.
basically to start start the discussion, and let's, we probably mentioned in previous webinars about small talk. So when you start business or conducting business with someone, you may have some introduction, some light dialogue. You talk about the weather, about how they got there, if they're well, and so on. And then you say, okay, now let's get down to business. Let's start talking business.
Good. Yeah, very good. I like that. Yeah. Yes. When you say at the beginning, you use a little bit of small talk, and then you start talking about what you're really there for. That's a nice explanation, Alex. Okay, so I'll be Chris then, shall I? Yeah.
Yes? Okay,
Okay.
so Chris, it's so nice to see you. I've heard that you're keen to invest in our latest film.
Am I ever? The critics are raving after the warm reception at Sundance. We're going to jump on this film while it's hot.
We're really proud of it, especially considering we sacrificed quite a lot to make it happen.
I can only imagine. We're really looking forward to adding this film to our seasonal lineup.
I'm happy to hear that, but keep in mind that we rarely sell our movies to Hollywood. Given that we are an independent filmmaker, we don't want it to seem as though we're selling out.
I completely understand, which is why we are prepared to make you a generous offer. I'm hoping to tempt you to come on board with us.
Okay.
Okay.
So sorry, I was wrong. Chris is actually a potential
Oh,
client,
he's the investor, maybe. Yeah.
investor. Yeah, he's an investor. Why we say this? Because he is interested in the film and is ready to give a generous offer to have it on his next seasonal lineup. So, what is a lineup?
A lineup will, in this context, I think it's like a series of things. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we're not sure who he is, but like Alex said, he's some sort of investor. It may be for maybe a cinema chain or maybe a TV channel where
Probably
the
a
seasonal line,
distributor. He's a
yeah,
distributor. Yeah. So
is what they're going to release in the future. Yeah, a seasonal lineup. Then of course it'll be for the summer or for the winter. Yes. Of course, they mentioned there they had a warm reception at Sundance. Sundance, as you guys must probably know, is a film festival which takes place
a very big one too.
in America. I'm not sure where in America, Alex. Do you know? I'm not sure. And it
California.
maybe I think it's California. I think it was started by Robert Redford. Huh?
Yeah.
Robert Redford has a big interest in Sundance. We're going to jump on this film while it's hot. Okay. If you're going to jump on something,
Oh no, it's not. It's actually it started in Salt Lake City in 1981. Then it was moved to Park City. So it has nothing to do with. I always thought it was
was Park City.
so Utah.
Oh gosh.
Utah. I had no
All right.
idea, honestly. Anyway,
I don't
see,
even
you
know where
learn.
Utah.
You
I don't even know where Utah is.
okay? It's okay. I am also terrible at U.S. geography, so let's move on to the next subject.
Right.
So,
I said we're going to jump on this film while it's hot. So
mm-hmm,
you take advantage of the situation. When you
yeah,
jump on something. I'm just before we look at our
expression.
exercise. I'm just seeing if there is any. Yeah, this
I,
is one thing I quite liked actually when I looked at this a little bit
I'm
earlier.
I'm
Go on now.
hoping
Go on
to
now.
tempt you, to
Mm-hmm.
tempt someone. It means to. Uh, it means to try to convince with a very good, in this case, like a very good offer. So you are trying to make that opinion, the other person's opinion, change.
Yeah, so it's like a persuasion. Yeah, when
Yeah,
you try to
persuading. Very
persuade
good.
someone,
Yes.
someone who's going leaning more this way, you want you tempt them to bring them back to maybe your way of thinking. Another expression I like, he says we don't want, or she says, sorry, we don't want it to seem as though we're selling out.
Mm,
Selling out is when maybe you're going down an easy route, and also maybe you're not being genuine to yourself. You are just basically in it for the money. Yes.
mm-hmm.
Okay. We may associate this with maybe actors, musicians who sell out, who do things just for the money. They don't think of the quality.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
very good expression you use, to be in it for the money.
Mm.
Yeah, it means, like Richard is saying, to do it just for interest, basically, not because economical interest, not because of a genuine passion or or yeah, in
Yeah, you're not doing it for
inclination.
any artist. You're not doing
Yeah,
it for any artistic benefit. You say you're just doing it for the cash.
right.
Yes, and it's an expression we do use quite a lot uh, in British English, and I'm pretty sure in American English also.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's sold out, she's sold out, or they have sold out. Yes,
yeah.
there's no integrity. That's the word I was
Right,
looking for. There's
right.
no artistic integrity.
Okay.
Okay, let's
So
have a look at
now
the
let's look
yeah.
at some expressions in the text. Uh, find examples of discussing intentions. So we're going to go through them one by one,
Hmm.
just so that you understand what we mean with discussing intentions. So I've heard that you're keen to invest. If you're keen on something, it means you have the propension, you are interested in. It's very British, I think,
Yeah.
isn't it? To be
No, for
keen
me,
on
yes. I
something.
mean, yeah. No, no.
I honestly think so. It's more British than American. Of course, any American will understand this, but yeah,
For you, it's more. Yeah. I
I
mean, it's.
think so. Yeah.
I mean, it is a very British expression. It's quite interesting to have Alex's view on that because, as she said, she's half American. So there are some words maybe that are more British. For me, also, it's a little bit old-fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, my grandmother used to use it a lot. You're keen. Well, we can use it in different ways. You can use, all right. You're keen to invest. So
Right.
there you use the verb in the base form, yes,
Yeah.
because it's always keen to. You can use it with a subject. You can be keen on,
Mm-hmm.
yes, okay, when you like something, yes, okay, and also you can use it with the verb with ing, yes. So you can use it with a noun, yes. I'm keen on, I don't know, use something silly. I'm keen on cakes, yes, okay. Or I'm keen on cooking bread, yeah, or playing, yeah. So you can use it with the verb and ing also.
Yeah. Just a little reminder here for you. So you can say to be keen to invest, or to be keen on investing,
Ah, very good.
or
Yeah.
on
Hmm.
something. Okay, so
Okay.
let's look at the other ones, the other expressions to discuss intentions. So, why it's intentions? Because you're interested in doing something. So, your intention is to talk about that subject. So, other expressions are we're going to. So, you are anticipating something that you plan to discuss. Um, we're
If you
really looking forward to. Sorry, did you want to add something?
No, I was just going to remind the guys, of course, because they've most probably done this in their lessons. We use going to for a future intention.
Right.
That's how we describe it in the lessons, and we always use going to together, and then of course the verb in the base form. Sorry, I interrupted you, Alex.
No, no, no. I was just going on with the next one. So
Mhm.
we're really looking forward to, followed by the ing form. So we're looking forward to adding. As you may know, this is a very common expression that we use, especially at the end of letters or emails to greet the person and remind them that we're looking forward maybe to hearing from you again, to receiving your reply, and so on.
Okay, and the last one.
The last one would be we are prepared to, again, we have the intention of maybe a synonym.
Yeah, it's quite a nice expression, Alex. I think. Yeah, we use it quite a lot. We are prepared to. It's a standard expression. It basically means also we are ready to make you a generous offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
very similar. Prepared is most probably a little bit more formal, I would think. Yeah, maybe we are prepared to offer you a
Yeah,
generous,
I
to
guess.
make you, sorry, instead of we are ready. Yeah. Okay,
Right.
a generous offer. Um, as we said earlier, is going to be maybe a big amount of money.
An
Yes.
offer you can't
Okay.
refuse.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so,
I
and
wish I
finally,
had an offer I couldn't refuse.
yeah. Finally, I had missed this one. I'm hoping to. I'm hoping
Ah, yes.
to discuss
Mm-hmm.
something. I'm hoping to tempt you, to convince you to come on board, and so on. I'm hoping to. It's like saying I'm looking forward to.
And to come on board with us is to be part of us, to work together.
Right.
Yes. Okay. When you work with someone. Yes. Okay. I mean, we do have an expression when you maybe when you start working for a company. Yes. So you're going to be working with those colleagues. Welcome on board.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
So.
reminds you of, ship camaraderie.
Mm,
We're all in this together, welcome on board, as if the business were some sort of ship through the market challenges, and you're all in it together, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at more expressions, this time for defending values. So
Okay.
we'll see the first one, especially considering. Um, I think you could tie it a lot to the previous words. We are really proud of something. So if you're proud, you take pride in that specific thing,
Mm.
especially considering. So especially in the consideration of what we have sacrificed.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
showing why. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Uh,
and then keep in mind. So keep in mind, remember, uh, or be sure that we rarely sell our movies to Hollywood. So bear in mind, keep in mind, um, are both ways to say that something is very important to you and you're not likely to change your idea on that.
it's like a contradiction. Well, not a. It's a contrast to what has come before. He's happy, yeah, but then in contrast. But wait a minute, hang on a sec. You know, we don't sell, yes,
Yes.
our movies to Hollywood. So you keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah.
And the last one, okay.
Given that.
Given that we're an independent filmmaker, we don't want it to seem as though we're selling out. So this is just like a reminder, yeah. They're emphasizing, yes,
It's a condition. You're
restating, yes,
creating a condition. So given that we are an independent filmmaker, because of this, we don't want it to seem as though we're selling out.
yeah,
So you're explaining a condition which is unlikely or very difficult to change.
yeah. You want to
Okay?
keep your integrity,
Right.
okay.
So let's just review what we have just seen. Looking on the left, there are some expressions to discuss intentions, such as to be keen on or to be going to be looking forward to, followed by the ing form, to be prepared to, and finally to hope or to be hoping to.
Okay, and then we had the expressions for defending values, okay, where we had keep in mind that, okay, especially considering and given that.
Okay, so let's look how the dialogue continues. So again, we have a discussion between Chris Hapwell and June Wheaton, and we're going to read it again for you. Richard will be Chris and I will be June, and we're going to examine more expressions in this text.
Okay. Okay. Management has agreed that we can offer you our standard independent film payment terms.
I figured as much. Given the film's success, I think it deserves better than average.
I suppose. So why do you think this film is above the rest?
There's no question that it's our best film in a long time. I'd go as far as to say it's received the most positive reviews of an independent film in decades.
Really? Well, I'll see what I can do. You know I'm pulling for you. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was struggling to see a little bit.
Oh, yes, sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. So first of all, we are gonna look at expressions for reacting to statements.
Right.
Okay. Unless okay, we'll do this, and then maybe we can have a look
Yeah,
at
then we can
the
go maybe and check some
yeah.
comprehension. Um,
Okay, so we have here, I figured as much. A synonym really of this expression could be I thought so, or that's what I expected. Basically, it means what you thought is the same as what really happened. Yes?
Right, right.
Okay.
If you figure something, it means that you kind of, in your head, you solve it, you find the solution, you understand it. So you were expecting basically what you have been told. So I thought so, and I expected so.
Yeah, very good. Yes, like you work out the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the problem is exactly what you thought. Yeah. Okay. I like that. All right.
Next comes I suppose. I suppose basically means a yes, not very enthusiastic yes, but it means yeah, sure, why not? I guess.
Yeah. It's not 100% yes, is it? It's not a.
No,
It's
it's
a yes,
like
but it's not a very strong yes.
it's not a very
Yeah.
convinced way of saying yes.
Mm.
And really is simply a reaction you have when you don't expect or you're surprised by something that you are told.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's have
Anything
a
else?
look. Just having a look. We have. Why do you think this film is above the rest? Okay. Just an expression to mean something is above the rest. It's better than the rest. Okay. So this is it's a benchmark. So you think if something is above something, it's going to be better.
It's like more or less a synonym of the expression we saw in the previous dialogue when it was a step ahead or a step forward. Now I don't remember if it was ahead or forward, but anyway, when you are in front of the competition, you can be above or in front or forward.
Okay, the next one I quite like also. I would like to go as far as to say.
Yeah.
Okay, it's an expression which, when you have a very strong opinion about something, yes, and basically you are really emphasizing, or a word we looked at earlier was you're reinstating an opinion. It's a very strong opinion, and you're making a big commitment when you say something. We have also, and it's a very strange expression, maybe you guys know it, we also have an expression when you stick your neck out.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, you put in your
Which is
your money where your mouth is.
It's funny because all these physical representations of what you are expressing remind me of an expression that we found in a previous webinar, which was not to go overboard. So when you, again, if you picture if you picture a boat and you're on the boat and you're exposing yourself, you don't want to go too far, otherwise you're going to fall out. So all these images kind of give you the feeling that sometimes you can go as far as a point, or you don't want to go too far because otherwise you go overboard, and so on.
Okay, very good. And then the last one.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. The last one for me, I think, is quite nice. I'm pulling for you.
Right.
Yeah, really
That's
well.
a
I'll
nice
see what
expression.
I can do. You know, I'm pulling for you. It's when you are on someone's side, you are defending them, you have their interest at heart. Yes, okay.
Right.
Yeah, because I think this is the.
Actually, no, it's bizarre because in Italian, I think you would say to be pushing for somebody. Instead, in English, you're pulling.
Ah, all right. So it's very similar, but it's not a pull; it's a push.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm,
Well, there are a lot of expressions that are very similar, but sometimes like the odd little thing changes.
yeah.
Like in Britain, if something is expensive, we say it costs an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
And in Italian, I think the expression is it costs an eye.
Right.
So we still use a body part, but it just happens to be a different body part. Yeah,
Yes.
we use arm
Yes.
and leg, and you guys use eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it has the same meaning. Yeah, it's just the
Right.
same. There's
Right.
little things like that
Yes.
I've found over the years in different countries. The basic meaning is the same. They say just that sometimes the object could change.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's just look at these interjections. Interjections are basically exclamations, things we
Hmm.
say to even keep the flow of the conversation going, showing a reaction to something. So we're just going to read the first one. They picked me to go to London for the fair. So
So what could
what could we say?
uh, I would say, lucky you. Have loads of
Right.
fun.
Lucky
Yes.
you. We could say congratulations, good for you,
Yeah.
or
Well
simply
done.
well done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number two, Richard.
Okay. I think we're going to pass on your film. I would say, I see. Maybe next time.
Mm-hmm. To pass on is a phrasal verb that means to, well, respond with another phrasal verb, to turn down. It basically says, no, we're not going to invest on this movie. We're going to avoid investing. We're going to skip investing. So it's basically a way to refuse.
Yeah. Very good. Refuse. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Number three, did you hear about John's promotion? Um, we will use the expression, did I ever? He really deserved it.
Yeah. Again, it's an interjection. It's like an exclamation. Did I ever? Of course I did.
Yeah.
Yes. And then follows with a nice remark that we
Yeah, it's
think that.
not it's not a question, it's an exclamation. Although it has the structure of a question because uh, the verb the auxiliary is in front. So it's just an expression to say, of course I have. Next one.
Next one. We lost the project. Oh dear, what happened?
Right. Oh dear. We can see on the one below, oh boy. Basically, their heartfelt emotions just to show that you are sorry for
Very good.
something,
Yeah.
that you show compassion and empathy. Uh, yeah. Let's look at the next one. I got the appointment with the supplier. This is so British. Brilliant. So what's the next step? Brilliant.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Because they got the appointment, we know it's a positive. Yes. So when we have an exclamation that is positive, you could say yes, brilliant, amazing.
Yeah.
Um, if
Great.
you're great, awesome. If you're American, you say
Awesome. Yeah,
awesome.
that's
I
so
don't know.
American. Yes.
Is it?
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Definitely. And finally, that leaves the last one. I'm afraid I'll have to cancel the call. And oh boy, like we said, oh dear, the client won't be happy. Okay, so let's just review what we have done. We have seen a lot of ways to react. Some of these are called interjections. So they're just short expressions that we can use to manifest our feelings for something. We can be sorry, we can be enthusiastic, we can congratulate. So let's look at them one by one.
Okay, so we're going to look at the ones in red.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I figured as much. I suppose. Am I ever? Really? Oh boy. I see. Oh dear. And brilliant. Lucky you. I was trying to put a little bit of emotion in those.
Right. Yes, very good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Very, very well done, Monica. Monica took part in the previous exercise.
Yes.
So, Monica, I did see that you were taking part, and we do appreciate that. Guys, thank you for
once
tuning
again,
in today. And wherever you are, please take care in these troubling times, and hopefully see you for another webinar.
Right. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks very much. Thanks. Bye.
Okay.